Whoa, 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 whoa. No, there's no sneak previews. This is week 2, and we are finally going to start locking this thing in. We got our macros, we've got our calories, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I do for 1 hour on a Sunday to meal prep for the entire week. That is the adventure we're going on today. And you tried to be sneaky, get that little peek. I saw you, I caught you, no big deal. We're gonna let out all that information right here and right now. Number 1, huge thing to help me out. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already in there. Gets the message out, gets us going, build some momentum for the channel, just like we're trying to build momentum in our physical and health life. Our physical life, health? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Makes sense to me. So right here, as you saw through that little video there, we have everything set out that I use on a Sunday to meal prep. It's actually not that much when you really look at it. Normally I have a lot more chicken. I have already some chicken left in there from last week, because last week, week 1's a little bit weird. You know, you start cutting down, you start cleaning up. You remember, we start cleaning up our diet, and that's what we do. So as we clean it up, sometimes we have some leftovers, sometimes we made too much, too little, then we end up making a little bit more, so whatever. So I have my chicken in Ziploc bags. One thing I do to save a lot of time is when I get my chicken home, I get regular breasts. I don't get thin sliced because they seem to dry out very quickly. So I get regular breasts, the thicker ones, and I just slice them in half, right? Fillet them. That's what, right? Yes. I just fillet them right in half. And then I throw them in Ziploc bags. So if I buy like a big, like 5-pound container, and we're not looking for, I want to remind you too, we're not looking for like the best chicken in the world. We're not going all organic. We're not going this or that. We are simply going with whatever fits your budget, number 1. And number 2, we're just cleaning this up still. Even in week 2, we're still making better choices. So we're just picking chicken over the McDonald's that we used to have. Or we're picking chicken over the pizza that we used to have. That's it. And no matter what, even if you find 99 cents a pound chicken, that's going to be better quality for your body, for your health, for your fitness, than pizza would have been. It's just that simple. And I love pizza. Shout out to pizza. No, I don't want any problems with pizza, please. So I have that already cut up. When I get home, I just fillet that, throw it in Ziploc bags, and either put it in the fridge or the freezer, depending on expiration dates and blah, 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 blah. So we got 1 bag of that. And then here, another quick tip, because I like volume in my meals, right? I'm a bigger meal guy. As if you've been with this channel, or if you go back and look at a couple of videos, I'll have them up here. I went through 12 to 15,000 calorie cheat days. I like to eat. I do. I like to eat. What do you want me to do? So what helps with that, or that amount of food, is volume. So low calorie type of vegetables that you can add a lot in, and it feels like you're eating a lot. So every morning in my eggs, I do mushrooms, squash, and peppers. In order to have those ready though, I take some time out on my Sunday or my Wednesday, because those are my meal prep days. You choose whatever days you want, or it could just be 1 day a week. So I have my mushrooms, my squash, my peppers right here. And what I do is I just cut them up. I cut them up, again, throw them in Ziploc bags. Boom. And then this way I can just take some out and throw it in my eggs. I don't measure them because they are low calorie. Very calorically, or very nutritionally dense without bringing those calories in. So I don't really measure those. I would imagine as I get closer to my first physique contest, which we entered, we got into one 18 weeks away now. So we got Hawaii in 10, or 9 weeks now. and then our first physique contest in 18. And that's gonna be interesting too. I wanna bring you guys along with that. So we're just trying to get like lean down, kind of get ripped to lean. Those are different. For me, there's lean, then there's ripped, then there's shredded. So that's like the way I differentiate it in my head. So we're gonna get to that ripped lean look for Hawaii, kind of maintain that through, and then come out the other side with 8 weeks into the competition of just getting shredded, just getting competition ready. And that's probably gonna be where I'm measuring out actual vegetables, things like that. But for everyday life, you don't have to do that. Just throw in vegetables. You're gonna feel better. And if they don't make you feel better, keep them out. This is a big thing that I talk to a lot of people about, is just because it works for me doesn't mean it works for you. So peppers might have an adverse reaction to you. Take them out. You might not like mushrooms. Take them out. Find something that you enjoy that you could throw in there that's low calorie and brings that volume up. Makes you feel like you're eating a lot more. So as you see over here, I've got my air fryer. We ain't messing around. I told you, number one trick in any sort of meal prep is that okay, take it easy. Is that air fryer. Beef and asparagus, I don't like asparagus. This is another trick that I use. I don't like asparagus, but it's great to have in your diet. So what do? I cook it with my beef. It's that simple. I cook it in there. I don't taste the asparagus. I still get the smelly pee afterwards, so you know it's running through you, but I don't have to worry about the taste-wise, and I still get that in here. That's another thing. Like if you don't like something or you don't like it by itself, then try to incorporate it into your actual cooking so that like the juices from cooking kind of create the flavor in that or take the flavor out of that. And then you can have one or the other. And then we just got our rice back here, which I just boil up in a pot, and that's it. We boil it up, measure it out, and boom, we are good to go. So as you see here, we have our next 3 days worth of meals, our chicken, rice, and green beans, and our beef and sweet potatoes. Now that is one thing that I didn't show. I cook the sweet potatoes in the air fryer, or I get them from a meal prep company because I just like the way that they do them. And there's sometimes where I'll get chicken from the meal prep company too, because they buy it by the pound, and just to reach like a certain amount, so that I get my sweet potatoes for the week, and then I might get like a pound or two of chicken just to reach that delivery amount. You know, you gotta have a certain amount for that. But one of the things that I love to do for your chicken, you want flavor, you want taste. Don't skimp on like lower calorie to sugar-free type of barbecue sauce like I showed in the last video, hot sauce, that type of stuff. But if you want a real kick, use the seasonings, use dry seasonings. They're all 0 calories. This one is a ranch seasoning, gives it a little zing to your chicken. I've used Red Hot, the seasoning, the dry seasoning, Red Hot. They have a Red Hot ranch seasoning. Like all of that stuff, it just gives an extra little flavor to your meals, a little kick, kind of livens it up. Like let's face it, this type of stuff can get boring if you're doing it all the time. So do whatever you can to get it. Another big tip is kitchen shears, right? So when I'm just cutting up my chicken, just measuring it out, I literally just take it, boom, cut it up. This saves so much time from cutting with a knife, all of that stuff, that you won't believe how much actual time you save just by doing this little trick here. And I mean, I call it a trick, but it's really not. It's just makes life easier. And you can use it on your steak, you can use it on everything. And then another kind of, I don't know if you want to call it a trick or like a little tip that I give. I write my meal, now that I have my meal set, my macros set, all of that for the week, I write it on a Post-it note and stick it to my cabinet right above my stove. This way I can see exactly, there's no guessing games, there's no anything. I can see exactly what I need to eat. I don't have to bring up my phone, check my email, all that stuff, or whatever you've done, or just think like, oh, was it this, was it that? Boom, I got it here. The more things that you don't have to think about, Jesus, somebody pushed me or something. The more things you don't have to think about, the easier it's going to be. It's just that simple. That you get rid of that mental baggage of having to constantly worry about all this stuff. That's why meal prep is actually really, really beneficial, not just to stay on track, but also you don't waste time going out. You don't waste money going out because you go out to whatever, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, all that stuff. You know, get a little bit extra, or maybe they give you chips when you don't really want them, but you're gonna eat them because they're there. You know, all that type of stuff adds up. Also taking time away. Like you have to go to the place. Even if you order beforehand, go to the place, pick it up, bring it home. Even if it's delivered, it's 45 minutes, blah, blah, blah. You still can't like get into something. So there's time savings on that. There's money savings. Meal prepping is not expensive. I don't care what anybody says. And I'm gonna do a video on that too. There's so many easy ways to clean up your diet. That's cheap and easy. That's what we're looking for. But the most important thing to remember on any meal prep day is that any of the leftovers you get to eat, because it's all healthy stuff. So that's what I look forward to. Like right here, I've got just a little bit more chicken to go in here. And then that is, yep, 166. I get all of that. Boom. I get to have all of that right now. And that is always a plus. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.